The friends made their way through the halls of the dungeon beneath Fort Nazzakar, only to find Misku trapped behind the bars of an animal cage and guarded by a duergar and a barbed devil. The party accosted the barbed devil as Rek and Tess incapacitated the duergar and saved Misku from her cage. Although her equipment had yet to be found, Misku was able to re-equip from the selection of weapons and armor stolen from the manufactory the night before. Welcome back to New Dalancia, our Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition campaign. I'm your DM, VGpunx, and welcome back, everyone. So we left off, we just rescued Misku. We sort of divvied up the gear after the last session. I think Tess, you were headed kind of off down the hall.
Yeah, Tess at the
Okay.
time, she wasn't sure if Misku was going to be able to, or if Misku didn't have any kind of like special belongings or something, so she was just going back to the other room to check and see if there was anything valuable that we missed or left behind.
Okay. So Tess, as you're coming up the hallway, and I realize that it's not your turn quite yet, but as you're coming up the hallway, you start to hear footsteps once again, and the duergar from earlier, injured, and sort of rubbing his head, paces across the room. Where did they go?
I mean, it's not really my turn, but Tess will definitely hold her breath and kind of just like press herself up against the wall in the hallway.
Is that the guy we tied to the chair?
Was he tied to the chair?
Yeah.
That is the guy you tied to the chair, yes.
Okay.
Seems he got loose.
Damn it.
Val, still sort of nearby. Misku, you're hurt.
Misku just kind of takes account of herself and goes, "Yeah, I guess so." She's still kind of processing the rage-fueled nonsense, but Miska doesn't seem too concerned about it.
Val'faelen turns away. Well, we've dealt with the dwarf. We've dealt with the guard. We should definitely attempt to leave this place at once. Stay on your guard, Misku. This place is heavily guarded. Let's go ahead and cut over to Tess.
Well, hearing footsteps come from this room that she was about to go into, she's just she's gonna go ahead and take some steps backward to get back to the doorway.
Okay.
When she reaches,
Are you just walking or are you stealthing?
I'll try to stealth.
Go ahead and roll it. The way I'd like to work stealth from here on, everybody rolls stealth as the moment that you're trying to. If you wind up rolling low or you're not happy with your roll, if not by other means, then you can always re-roll on your next turn. So we have a 13. Good.
High fives.
Okay, so you move back into the main, or into the room.
Yeah, into
where
the main
everyone's waiting.
room.
Sounds good.
And pointing back to the hallway, she's going to whisper, "Has heard footsteps. We may want to clear out of here soon. Seems they're looking for us."
Indeed.
Is there a door in this doorway here at all?
No door, just hallway.
Okay.
Ianfyr, you're up. You had just heard the snoring coming from the other room. I believe you alerted the rest of your friends to the threat.
All right. So, uh, 20. So 30 would move me here. Oh, hello.
Yes.
Why did everything go black?
Be right back.
All right. Any other
Well,
actions you want to take at this point?
well, the issue is that everything for me is now black.
Black, you say?
Like I can see the map in terms of where we were recently, but everyone else has disappeared, and I see like blackness.
Very strange. Hmm. Anything now?
Nope.
What is going
It's
on?
as if somehow I've moved into a different layer or something.
I was going to say the vagueness in which you were saying that. I didn't know if it was a technical problem or he just, or it was story flavor that you had wandered off into some void.
No, for some reason, it appears that I've sort of like disappeared from wherever you guys were, and now I'm in a completely like. That's why I was like, it looks like I'm on a completely different layer or something.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm not sure why that's happening to you all of a sudden.
Give me a minute. I'm gonna try reloading.
It is very dark.
All right, now I see where I am. All right. So yeah, I guess I'm just gonna start listening around the area, trying to see if I can identify, anything that might be up ahead, even if it's just by sound.
Go ahead and roll a perception check for me. Nope, it's too loud in the room behind you.
Okay. Yeah, I think that'll be it.
Cyrene, you're up.
All right, thank you. So, let me see here. My screen, like everything went black, so I'm like trying to get back into Roll20, and it's just giving me a loading screen.
Is anybody else seeing a black screen?
I
had
was
to
as
reload
well.
into it.
The
So
map
I-
isn't lighting up anymore.
When I backed out and tried to load back into the game, I'm seeing an error. We are currently investigating reports of users being unable to load into their games.
Oh, that's what's going on right now.
That's why the map went black for me then. It's not entirely black. It's showing some outlines of stuff. But all right, we're
Oop.
gonna go ahead and cut to BRB. So we will BRB, guys.
We will be right back. And we're back.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
Now everyone
sorry.
can see, so. Okay, Cyrene, you're up.
All right, so I am going to maybe see if I can use perception to see if I can sense anything around. Would that work? Would it be perception?
Yeah, perception if you want to, try to listen or
Yeah, just
or otherwise smell.
use my little fairy ears, my
Yep.
pointy little fairy ears. All right, let me try
Sure.
that. 16.
All right. So definitely from the hallway this direction, you can hear the sounds of what you believe is snoring. It sounds like it could be multiple people. Let me think. Anything else in range? From the hallway to your left, you can very faintly make out the sounds of footsteps, and there seems to be sort of maybe a mumbling kind of noise. It sounds like somebody perhaps conversing.
Okay, so at this point, I'm going to maybe try to whisper over to the where everyone is, like whisper over in this direction here, saying, "Be careful! I hear people whispering. We should whisper."
Whisper, whisper.
Peas and carrots, peas and carrots, peas and carrots.
And then that'll be the end of my turn.
All right. Wreck, you're up.
All right, since Ianfyr's already said that somebody was down there probably sleeping, I figure I can use my good old knockout stick to finish the job on these guys.
All right. Are you going to sneak?
Yeah, I'm gonna try stealthing down the hallway. Let me go ahead and pull that up. Fortunately, with this new armor, it is a disadvantage. So, but hopefully they're sleeping and it won't be that bad. Oh, nice. So 20 even with disadvantage.
All right. Okay, you may continue your move if you'd like.
All right, and that'll put me there with a single move.
All right. I'm gonna pop you around the corner real quick. As you sort of peek around the corner, you can see that there are two. There seem to be two figures who are asleep in these sleeping bags that are laid out atop some hay. They look to be dwarven, most likely more of the duergar.
Okay, not seeing it on my screen, but I'll take your word for it. Then I'll prepare to knock them out more solidly here on my next turn.
Extra sleep.
Mm-hmm.
You may not actually have dark vision or anything like that.
Well, I should.
Do you really?
As a half orc, yeah.
Oh, okay. So I think the lighting system is just not working today.
Okay.
Yeah, that
seems to
should
be
have.
the main issue that I'm encountering on my side, at least, too. I can typically see, like, as the person who's streaming from my screen, I can typically see what's going on in the other room. Everything is kind of, like, blacked out. I'm gonna need you to quit your shit. Rude. Now I can see Reg in the
Okay,
hallway.
yeah, I just changed that. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay. So Wrecker, are you able to see yet, or?
No, not really. But that's the end of my move, so.
Okay.
I think it's just
Um,
trying to fix your lighting situation.
Okay.
Yeah, try refreshing your browser and see if that helps.
Will do.
Misku, you're up.
Okay, so Rek went this way, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Well, Misku sees someone sneaking off with the big smashy stick. Misku's also going to go that way. So I'm going to roll stealth.
$12. Okay.
And let's get to here. Move. Let go. There we go. And okay. And I will take second movement into the room. Stay right here.
All right.
Okay. So I still have like 20 feet that I can move left. So what am I seeing here?
One moment, please. Okay. So can you not see the room around you?
I can see the room. I can see it now.
Okay.
So we've got 2 sleepy boys.
Yep, they are asleep in those sleeping bags. Yeah, otherwise, this room, there's a table over here that looks like it has a set of cards laid out on it. There's a pile of crates in the corner. There are some columns sort of stood up in the center of this area. There's a hallway off here, and I think that's about as much as you can see from where you're at.
If I
Oh,
were
you
to
can actually make out a hallway here, but it's dark.
Okay. If I were to move into position, could I prepare an attack to go off on Rex next turn?
Yes, I'll allow you
Okay.
to do that.
I would like to move to here. Should be my full.
Where did you move? That when you say your full move, is that double your movement speed?
Yes, because I have a bonus action for my turn. No, yes.
So, as far as your movement speed is concerned, you can move your full movement while stealthing. If you do move double your movement, it's sprinting, right? So you would forego your action otherwise.
Okay, well, that's fine then. My turns are after his anyway, so I'll just move into place.
Okay.
And I'll end my turn.
Okay. Let's go ahead and move on. Val'faelen is also going to roll a stealth. All right, this is with disadvantage. Tess, you're up.
So from what I can see, we have here. Are you moving down this hallway right now? Are you in the process of it?
Yeah.
Okay, and then everyone else went off this way. Not wanting Ianfyr to go in alone, Tess is going to not stealth. She's just gonna kind of creep behind Ianfyr and just say, Tess is with you. Let him know she's there, backing him up.
All right. Any other actions here, Tess? Or Ianfyr, if you have bonus actions?
Tess will actually kind of turn to Cyrene and see if maybe Cyrene wants to come with us.
Cyrene, you see Tess beckon you to the south. Ianfyr, you're up.
Okay. So. Okay. First, looks like I'm coming down to the end of this hallway. And maybe now I'm going to try to see if now that I'm away from this noise, it's enough that I can sort of take a listen to see if I can hear anything that might be coming up ahead in either way.
Go ahead and roll perception check. As you proceed down the hall, you definitely start to hear what sounds like a sort of deep humming noise. It's very throaty and vocal in nature. Sounds like it may be some sort of canting. As you make your way to the end of the hall, you poke your head around. At first, you don't hear anything, but after a few moments, you start to make out the distinct sound of footsteps. Definitely more than one person.
All right. So I'll sort of look back to Tess and sort of motion to be quiet, as I'm gonna sort of like gesture that I'm listening to something, and maybe to sort of gesture to be down low, try to be as silent as possible.
Okay, Tess sees this and she'll nod in reply and kind of hunker down a little bit.
And that'll be turn.
Cyrene.
So Cyrene is going to go follow them. So she's just going to meet up right behind Tess there, and that'll be my turn.
Wreck Bloodstone.
All right. So I'm gonna continue with my stealth movement. Kind of
Okay.
trek in here. Ooh, I think I went
You're
too
right on
far.
top of him. There you
All
go.
right. So I kind of line up my shot, looking over at Misku just to make eye contact, and then rear back and
Go ahead and roll with advantage.
okay.
Ah, man. Ben's out here biting toes.
All right, 24.
That is a hit.
And 12 bludgeoning on the damage.
Because he was sleeping and also prone. This is I'm counting this as an automatic critical. You immediately splatter his face all over the floor. Oh yeah, I guess he's not sleeping anymore.
Okay. Oh, then if he's dead, then I'll just pull the sleeping bag up over him.
Well, now he's sleeping with the fishes.
Now he's sleeping and he's also stealthing. Misku.
Misku surveys the carnage, like purses her lips, gives a very like thoughtful nod, little golf clap, and I'm gonna join Splatfest too.
With advantage. That is a hit.
Which one of you is my two-handed damage?
I think if you just click on it, it does both. Yeah, there you go. Two-handed damage was the right one. Wow. What?
That doesn't seem right.
That doesn't seem right at all.
You rolled a 1 on your D8, but it should have been a D10 for two-handed.
So it rolled 2 damage, but it didn't add the strength or the magic to it.
We try refreshing and then try again.
So it would have been 7 damage for the two-handed.
It would have been 1d10 plus 3 plus 2.
Yeah, and he rolled a 2 on his D10.
2 plus 3 plus 2. Yeah. Yeah, that's really strange that didn't. Oh, and then plus 2 for the rage as well. So we've been 2.
I'm not enraged. I don't know why that popped up.
Yeah, try
Oh.
refreshing your browser, maybe.
Yeah, try refreshing it.
Okay, 1 second.
Also, Din really wants in your room.
Okay, I'll let her in real quick. It's getting close to that cat time.
Yep. Eating.
Okay. Let's try this again.
It still didn't do it. That's weird. Well, good thing we're switching tools. That's so weird. So we got 1d10. It looks like you rolled an 8 plus 3, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we got 13. Oh, yeah. Exact same thing happens. His face goes splat.
And Misku will kind of grimace, smiling grimace, and just follow Rek and pulling that sleeping bag right over his head. Just give a quick nod, thumbs up across the room.
Legend buddies.
Val, having heard this, is going to go ahead and reroll his stealth with disadvantage because... Okay. He walks into the room and sort of looks around, sees the giant blood stains on the floor and the sleeping bags kind of pulled over the corpses, and he continues to sort of look around.
As soon as Valrog's in the room, Misku just kind of like puts a finger up and goes, "Shh, they're sleeping."
Yeah, sort of continues to look around the room warily. Tess, you're up.
Understanding that Ianfyr is trying to take a good hard listen for any noise, Tess is going to stay in place and ready in action just in case.
Okay. What are the conditions for your ready to action?
If anyone attacks Ianfyr, she will be ready to pop a toll the dead just in case.
So you're saving 2 actions for that? Are you gonna move in and then?
If she can see the target, she can hit them from 60 feet away.
Okay. Ianfyr, you're up.
Okay. Well, so I made a little peek. Heard the sound of footsteps. Could I hear which direction the footsteps were coming from, or was it kind of echoey?
You can hear the direction. They're coming from this direction.
Okay. So definitely coming closer then?
Seems that way, yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Well, actually, I think what I'm gonna do is ready in action, so that if a figure comes in front of me, I'm going to try to. I don't know how I would describe this. So, I guess it would sort of be like me doing a grapple, but with my dagger sort of pressed up to their throat while I'm behind them. Is how I would describe it.
All right.
And that will be my turn.
Cyrene, you're up.
All right, so since Cyrene is kind of just waiting for, essentially at this point, either side to need her, and there's not much I can do, so I'm just gonna ready myself to move, probably forward. I'll probably end up moving forward, but just ready that just in case I notice that Tess moves or that I'm able to. Okay.
Okay.
All right, that's my turn.
Ianfyr, as you're tucked away behind the corner, you start to notice motion just around the corner. There's a figure toward the end of the hallway, and you start to hear the voice of this figure. Can't you lot move any faster? Echoes down the hall. You, as you're standing there and listening, you also make out the distinct sound of chains. Wreck Bloodstone.
Hmm. I am actually still in the dark here, so
Refreshing didn't help.
nope.
I wish there was anything I could do about that.
All right. Guess bring the stream up where I can see it, and I'll probably just step over here and take a listen down this hallway.
All right, go ahead and roll a perception check.
It's like, now that the snoring has stopped.
Indeed.
Oh, should have just been normal. Hold on.
That would be a 16.
Okay.
All right. So from down the hall, you hear the faint, very faint echo of what seems to be talking.
Mm.
It's sort of a very relaxed kind of tone. You think you make out laughing and sort of carrying on.
Okay. So, well, I'm not interested in joining that, so make my way down. Just look at what's on the table, and that'll take up my movement.
Seems to be a deck of cards laid out as though perhaps the two dwarves from before may have paused their game for a bit of a nap.
Okay. No money on the table, just cards.
No money. There seems to be there is actually there are two tankards that are half full of some sort of pungent smelling liquid.
I pick one up, take a sniff.
Alcohol.
Take a swig.
Definitely alcohol. All right, knocking back the fluid. It has sort of a it has a very earthy, sort of woody kind of taste to it. Well, relatively good. It's very thick going down though, not like molasses thick, but it's one of the thicker beers that you've ever had.
Okay. that'll be my turn.
Kind of goes down like syrup.
Oh.
NyQuil.
yield scissor.
Sipping on some syrup.
One moment, please.
Greg catches the Rona.
But it's on like an Always Sunny title card.
Does.
Misku, you're up.
Alrighty. I'm going to roll stealth.
Okay. You are stealth. You are
Alright.
sneaky.
I'm going to sneak around the corner. 5. Let's say 20. I'm going to move out that way. Take a quick peek. Okay, what am I seeing in here?
So come around the corner, there is a hallway that ends around right here to the south, and seems to open up into what looks like a bench just beyond it. Or no, I'm sorry, that's actually some sort of perhaps a bookshelf. To the north, you make out the sound of very distinct echoing down the hall.
Santa.
There seems to be other banter coming from that direction as well that you can make out.
I'm gonna head towards the bookshelf. And oh, okay. This room just loops, huh?
You've discovered that this room loops.
All right. I guess I'll inspect the shelf for anything more interesting than books.
Okay.
That'll be
go
my
ahead
turn.
and roll an investigation check.
I'm so bad at investigating. Yeah.
Oh,
There's not a shelf here.
you're kind of rushed. So you're kind of looking over everything, and nothing seems to really catch your eye. There are a whole lot of books here, and there's some other stuff that's sort of piled onto the shelves. But I don't know. Looks like a bunch of junk to you.
All right, that's my turn.
Val'faelen's going to move down here and kind of post up at the end of the hallway. Rek, you see him sort of press up against the wall, and he sort of peeks around the corner. And he sort of shakes his head because his eyes are laid back beyond this, sort of snout-like, front of his face. So he cleverly out of his pocket, he pulls out of his pack, he pulls a small mirror and sort of holds it around the corner and looks into it. Nothing. He signals to you, Rek. We were all clear this way. Tess, you're up.
As far as Tess can see, Ianfyr is still just having a listen. To whisper down the hallway. Here. What is it?
I'll say footsteps coming closer. Sounds like some chains as well.
Okay. Nods in response. Moment here.
Rek, did you polish off everything that was in your tankard that you picked up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, there's nothing that Tess really wants to do at this point. She's just here, as means of backup for Ianfyr, just in case.
Okay. Ianfyr, you peek around the corner once more, and you can see right here a figure that seems to be walking in your direction.
Could I tell if it was humanoid or?
Looks like another of the barbed devils. It's sort of smaller, but you can definitely make out the spines coming off it. There are other figures behind it in the darkness, but you can barely make them out. They do seem to be humanoid, though.
Okay. All right, and then that was with. Okay. I think. Hmm. Okay. I think what I want to do is. Uh, I'm thinking what I want to do is cause a bit of distraction, maybe, but I'm not sure exactly how I want to describe this. How I want
It's
to do
okay.
this distraction.
Can we go to BRB for just a moment?
Yeah.
Sure.
I'll be right back. And we're back. All right.
Okay.
Ianfyr.
So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna motion for Tess to get down on the floor like almost to a kneeling position, as he's gonna do the same, and then like sort of cover himself with his cloak as he's gonna use this prestidigitation cantrip, so that way it will sound the sound he's gonna make is gonna be actually, sorry, not prestidigitation. It's gonna be minor illusion, because it's gonna be a voice.
Okay.
And
Where's
it's gonna
this
be
voice coming from?
The voice is gonna come up from basically from around. The voice is gonna sort of appear to come sort of from my area, essentially. But the voice is gonna say, "Hurry up, you lot! Clean. We gotta get this thing cleaned and ready." Or sorry, like, he basically, it's gonna be a voice saying, "You need to hurry up and clean these floors." But
All
it's
right.
gonna, yeah.
I see.
And
Okay.
it'll be sort of in the same voice as as these devil-like creatures.
Okay, got it. Okay. Yeah, that totally happens.
And so yeah, he's gonna be sort of like ducked down low, sort of like pressing himself against the side of the wall, sort of like almost prostate, uh, in waiting for the person to come through.
Okay. So that happens. As you're sort of peeking around the corner, you notice that the devil doesn't seem very phased by having heard the noise, because it seemed rather familiar to him. Yeah, he just continues marching forward.
Yep. And that's gonna be it.
Cyrene, you're up.
All right, so Cyrene is going to. She's been feeling a little bored over here, so she's gonna like wander around. She's just gonna move over to, stealth over, and I'll stealth here in just a second. But she wants to stealth over to that door, the opening, the hallway, and see if she can still hear anything. And here's my little stealthy roll. Oh, not very good.
Okay, you're sneaking.
And then just want to see if I can still hear those same things that I heard from before.
Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Okay. Oh. Not good either.
Try as you might, you don't hear anything coming from down the hall.
All right. Well, that is my turn.
Wreck.
All right, since I still really can't see anything, I guess based on what you were describing earlier, I'm going to move up next to Val'faelen and sneak along with him.
I didn't see your character move. Do you need me to help move?
Yes, please. I can't see where anyone else is at. Thank you.
Okay. That's really strange. Let me check something real quick for you.
Okay.
Because you said you have low light vision, right? Or you have dark vision?
Dark vision. Yeah. I don't know how to toggle that as far as the rules go.
I'm working on it.
Well, that definitely changed things for me.
Did that fix it?
I can see now. Yeah.
Okay. So I think this should actually be. And then there is a. Okay. Did that change anything further?
Looks fine to me. Like I can moving him back and forth. I can see the shadow dynamic change. So
Okay,
looks good.
cool. So let me finish that up. Okay, there we go. All right.
Well, when I get over next to Val'faelen, I'm like, "Do you see anything?"
I do not. However, I believe I hear sounds coming from around the corner here. We should be on our guard.
All right, I just ready my hammer. So
All right. Ianfyr. So now you're definitely making out the shapes of several humanoids coming down the hallway alongside this barbed devil. They seem to be sort of walking in a line, and as they walk, you definitely are now making out the sounds of chains. It seems like perhaps the barbed devil here is leading several prisoners. Misku, you're up.
Alrighty. Well, I see my friends heading this way, so I'm gonna pop over. Yeah, let's pop over right there. That works just fine. I'll pop over to Val and Rec and motion the way I didn't go, or the direction I didn't go down that hall, saying, sounds like someone's having a lot of fun that direction. I hear some guys laughing. And Misku will just stand here and figure out where we're going next. Because I just walked in a circle. That's my turn.
You see Val'faelen is sort of pressed up against the wall, and he's using this small mirror that he has in his hand to look around the corner. So he's like using the mirror to look around the corner. So Val'faelen starts by taking a 5-foot step out, and he proceeds down the hall very slowly. Let me see. Okay. A second or two passes, and he comes back around the corner. Another of the barbed devils. Also, there is at least one of the duergar around the corner. Be on your guard. Tess, you're up.
So as far as Tess can see, Ianfyr is still focused on whatever footsteps are coming toward him, right?
He seems to be.
Well-
You cannot make out the footsteps. Well, actually,
No, but I can see him focusing, and he told me to like kneel down and everything, right?
you can probably hear the chains echoing through the hall. So that's something that you can definitely make out.
Okay.
Yeah, he did signal you that someone was coming.
Tess is going to continue to kneel in place. She doesn't want to cause any kind of noise, but she wants to be ready just in case someone rounds the corner. As she did previously, she is just going to hold one of her small pieces of coal in her hand.
Okay. You're holding a small piece of coal.
Kneeling down, just kind of waiting for Ianfyr's command on what's gonna happen next.
Ianfyr. These guys are getting pretty close. They seem to be coming directly down the hall.
Yep. And I think. All right. So what I'm going to do is. Huh. Let's let me see how far away this will be real quick. So I'm actually gonna look back to Tess and sort of motion her to get back into the room. And then I too will sort of like, because I can't really dash with her in the way, I guess.
No, you can walk through her.
I had readied an action previously. Could I use that stored action to move out of the way?
Yeah, I'll allow that.
Okay.
And then
Seeing that Ianfyr is
So-
looking to make an escape, Tess will kind of hop out of the way.
yeah, and I will try to run to sort of the
Just
other
roll
corner.
out of the way because she was kneeling, so she just kind of tumbles
Um,
clumsily out of the way.
so at when you are stealthing, the maximum that you can actually run is your full speed. So you cannot do double speed. I believe that is reserved for rogues.
So
So you can move to about here.
yeah, but I'm not sure that I'm gonna be stealthing. Is the thing.
Okay. Are you canceling your stealth?
Yeah, I mean, so I think that because of doing the cantrip, I'm gonna cancel the stealth.
Okay.
And so,
So go ahead and move to where you want.
it was just gonna kind of book it to right there.
Okay.
And then since that was a dash, that should be my turn.
Cyrene, you're up.
All right, so since Cyrene is moved out of the way, luckily before, not that he couldn't get through before, but now she's over here. So she's going to ask him essentially what happened. She's going to like look over at Ianfyr and say, "What did you see?"
Another one of those devils. So it's another one of those devils coming up, leading a band of chained individuals, probably more prisoners like us.
Mm-hmm. Do you two, looking at Tess and Ianfyr, think that we should continue that way?
It will be difficult to trek through there, but on the other hand, if we can, it didn't seem like I could see anything else or hear anything else other than that demon and his guard. so it would have easier pathway, it sounds like.
All right. Well, Cyrene is going to just nod and then move over to the entryway and start off that way. And why not? We'll just go here. And so she's just going to move a little bit down this hallway and then take a stop. And that'll be her turn.
Okay. Rek, you're up.
All right, so Rek is trying to keep a low, hushed tone, but talk to Val and Misku. Well, all right. If we've got enemies down that way, pointing where Misku came from, and possibly that way as well, where Val came from, maybe we ought to join up with the rest of the group so we don't get into a fight separated.
I concur.
And then he's gonna start. And then he's gonna start making his way back towards that hallway.
Tess, there are footsteps coming from the hallway behind you.
Hallway?
This hallway.
This hallway. Okay, Tessa's ears perk up. She remembers seeing everyone go that way, but she's kind of just listening to see if they sound aggressive or if they're just calmly or stealthily walking in.
Calmly.
Okay.
Cyrene, from down the hall, you hear the faint echo. Wait. I heard something. Footsteps. Running. Wait here. Make sure the prisoners don't go anywhere, and if they do, kill them. Passive perception? Oh, yeah. So, Cyrene, you see a small, barbed humanoid figure who's very gangly looking, who turns around the corner and immediately locks eyes with you.
Cyrene is ready, man. Bring it.
Let's go ahead and let me go ahead and clear our list. Let's have everyone please roll init. Oh. Okay, was that everybody? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who are we missing? We got Misku, Rek, Val'faelen, Ianfyr, Tess. Looks like Cyrene rolled an 8. All right. Ianfyr with the huge initiative roll there, please. Take your turn.
Okay, well, sort of peeking around this corner, looks like I can sort of see that little demon thing. Cyrene should be floating in the air, right?
Cyrene is floating in the air, yes.
And then you said this is a relatively small demon?
That's right.
All right.
Okay, hear me out. What if we use Cyrene as bait?
Yeah.
What if we lay down
that-
like a rope or something and we try to trip the humanoid? If we can use her to like run through the hallway, like we can lay down a hempen rope between both Tess and Ianfyr. We can try to trip them. Tess even has her coal ready, so she can throw a literal darkness smoke bomb into the hallway to cause more confusion if we need to. And see if we can trip him to get the advantage. Because if he's lying prone, then we should be able to, I don't know, to fuck him up.
Cyrene is always ready to be bait.
Yeah, I suppose, but
Unless you
I
have a different
mean-
plan.
because my concern is really going to be like, I mean, so this is sort of like an advanced person from what sounded like, at least, well, I mean, I don't know if we could hear that voice now, because Cyrene probably could, but yeah, I think like I think something like that would probably be like some sort of like trap, like little, like you were talking about, would probably be the best bet, to have Cyrene sort of lead him in here and then maybe trip him up.
Okay.
So, let me actually do. I think I might have some rope myself. Let me double check.
You have some hempen rope, you can toss it across and let
Yeah.
Tess grab
so
it.
yeah, I have some rope. I'm gonna sort of let loose a little bit of the rope and sort of like try to slide it across the floor. I guess this will probably try to be a little bit stealthy, since the demon will be more focused on Tess than looking at the floor.
I'd imagine him seeing Cyrene floating there in the hallway, he would be kind of focused on her. Looking all pretty and flying.
All right.
Would it be like a dexterity roll for him to throw one side of the rope to Tess?
Over 5 feet? Nah.
Okay.
Not across floor. So that wouldn't be very hard.
Okay.
You do it.
Yeah, and like I'll just so like I just slide one end of the rope towards her, and then motion to sort of like pull it, and sort of see if, and we'll just sort of wait to see if Cyrene sort of tries to lure him back into the room with us.
Tess will call out to Cyrene, quietly and just be like, Cyrene, this way. Or like, come back. I'll be on her next turn though. Or on my next turn I'll do that.
Seeing Rek move off toward the north, Val'faelen follows suit. Tess, are you just readying the action?
So Tess is going to grab the rope, and she'll nod at Ianfyr because she already understands the plan. I mean, not much to gather there. We're gonna try to trip this dude. So keeping the rope slack and laying down on the floor, Tess is going to lean around the corner a little bit, and she's going to call to Cyrene. Say, Cyrene, back to Tess. Yeah, Tess will ready an action just in case she either needs to throw her darkness bomb or lift up the rope.
Okay. The barb devil hauls back, and you see, Cyrene, a small flame appear in its hand. It starts to grow larger and larger, and before long, he hurls it at you.
Ooh.
That is a fumble. A flame, a sort of fireball, goes whizzing right by your head, flies past both of you, and slams into this cage back here and dissipates.
Appear to have weakened the cage, right?
No, didn't
Okay.
seem like it. Wreck.
All right. So did I see this fireball?
Yes, you did.
Oh no. I let out a low growl and begin rage charging into the room.
You are enraged. Are you still unable to see? You can see
No,
now.
I'm working. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
All right. So I guess I get that far and I can see where down the hallway is now.
Yes. So you can see Cyrene. You can see Cyrene down the hallway, and further on down. Actually, you can't really make out that far.
I use my action that I held to, or Tess can like motion to Rec and just like put her finger over her lips and just be like, wait.
Yes, that's a free action.
Okay, so Tess will look up at Rec and say, wait. Tess has plan.
Typically, talking, gesturing, that sort of thing are free actions
Okay.
that you can just take.
Yeah, with one
you don't-
hand holding the rope still, she'll hold up her other hand in like a stop kind of motion and just be like, wait, Tess has plan.
All right, I'll step one more to the side.
You take a 5-foot step to the side.
And I still got a little bit of movement left, but I'm gonna stop there. And just gonna slap the edge of the warhammer like into my thigh hard enough to cause a point of damage.
Nice.
Kind of like I'm working myself up. I'm ready to charge down this hallway but I'm waiting to see what she's trying to do.
Okay. All right, Cyrene, you are up next.
So Cyrene is going to shoot past them and holding Tess and Ianfyr, and who are holding the rope, and land a square past them. And she's going to wait for whatever creature was lurking in the darkness to come follow her, and that'll be her turn.
All right. So the barbed devil comes running down the hall toward you. Its claws ready for a strike, and tail as well. It gets into position, and Tess, Ianfyr, you pull the rope taut. This looks like this is going to be a dexterity saving throw. And that will be with disadvantage because he didn't see it coming. He rolled 9. I would like you guys to roll dexterity checks.
Okay. Okay.
These are opposing dexterity checks.
For Tess, I'm going to spend 2 of my sorcery points, and I will allow her to add a d4 with my bend luck skill.
Go ahead and roll your d4. You rolled a 4.
Nice.
You guys both pull up the rope just in time. The the barbed devil trips over it and falls flat on his face.
Tess will signal to Wreck. Ow! As in, next turn. Bludgeon him to
Yeah.
death or whatever.
Misku, you start to hear the sounds of combat coming from down the hall to the northwest.
Okay. And no one's headed this way yet, right?
One more thing. Just one moment. You also get the distinct feeling that things are a bit too, well, your sensitive mind notices a wrongness in the fabric of space. We'll just say that.
Okay. Let me judge some distance real quick.
Oh, I was muted. I was going to say, who forgot to code the room?
I'm gonna move to. Actually, am I still stealth? I haven't been spotted by anything, correct?
You haven't been spotted by anything. No,
Can I roll stealth?
you are still stealthed.
Oh, okay.
But if you want to roll again to see if you get a higher roll or something, I'll allow that. Like I said.
Okay.
Okay. You're being sneaky.
Being a sneaky snack. Let's move to 20, so right there. And
The duergar at the end of the hallway doesn't appear to notice you as he appears fixed upon the table that lays before him. Beyond him, you make out what appears to be the corpse, perhaps, of a humanoid laid out on the table. The dwarf appears to have some form of tool at which he is poking and slicing and prodding at the body. Just east of him, a small demon also has not noticed you. He's looking around the room and he appears to be focused on other things.
okay. So that was half my movement. So I moved 20. I'm gonna move another 20 to here. Sure, let me. It's not letting me do the click. Whatever. Oh, it's close. There we go. Moving there. Oh.
There's another dwarf around the corner, and as you enter the room and can see what's going on in the torchlight, there are, in fact, several corpses of various humanoids. One human over here, one tiefling over here, and one dwarf laid out on the table here. The duergar at the tables are cutting into the bodies, removing vital organs, and placing them into small sacks that they have in their possession. In the corner of the room, a coffin seems to be occupied by a figure, as far as you can make out. And on the wall here, there are various implements of, weapons, weapons and tools and things like that. There are other tables that appear to have other such implements and body parts and things like that strewn about. The scene in general is pretty gruesome.
Gross. Okay. I'll go ahead and let's rage. And I'm going to take my attack and secondary attack on our barbed friend right here. I'm assuming this is another barbed demon.
Yep, this is a barbed demon.
Okay, cool. First swing. Have they noticed me yet? Am I still sneaking?
Let me take a look here. So as you do approach behind this demon, at the last moment, he turns around and notices you and readies his claws to attack. "Who are you?" he cries, and the other two dwarves start to turn toward you.
Okay. Let's swing on this guy.
That is a connect. This is a two-handed swing, right?
Yes.
So this would be 8 plus 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15.
So first bop. And I'll throw the second shot.
Also a hit.
Oof.
That is 1 plus 3 plus 2, so 6, 8.
Okay. And before I end, I'm going to set Frenzy to activate. It'll be useful next turn. And I'll also shout back out to Val saying, "We've got 3 down here."
Okay.
There we go. Okay. That's my turn.
Ianfyr, you're up next.
Well, this deep meat barbed demon is down, so let's see if I can try to deliver a very deadly damage with this dagger. Okay, where is it?
That is a critical hit.
And he is down, right?
Damn.
Like he is
Yes.
prone?
Yes, he is prone. You should have rolled advantage, but I hardly think that's necessary anymore. Go ahead
All right.
and roll that damage. All right. Wow.
It needs another D4 for the crit.
Yep.
Well,
actually,
that's the D4. It would also be the
I'm-
Dex and Magic +2.
we're going to go ahead and hard double that, so that it's going to be 8 plus 2 plus 2, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12 damage. Actually, no. I think it's the whole thing is doubled.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So it's 4
I
plus
rolled
2
max
plus 2.
damage on the first roll anyway, so wow.
So that's
16.
hold on. That is the double
Oh, it
roll
does
right
have
there.
the.
Yeah, look, if,
Yeah,
Okay.
if you
Okay.
mouse over it, it's 1d4 plus 2 and then plus 1d4. And that other 1d4 though should have a plus 2. Yeah, we need to switch to Foundry. We're going to be doing that for in a few
not
weeks
just
here for sure.
It's not just +2 from the magic, but also, or
Yeah,
I guess.
It should be 1 plus 2 plus 2.
So that should be 13.
Yes, so it should be 4 plus 2 plus 2 and then 1 plus 2 plus 2. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 damage.
Well, 4, 1 is 5, and then 2, 4, 6, 8 plus 5 would be 13. But I mean, whatever.
Oh,
It's
Okay,
still in a deal.
fixed.
Yeah,
got it.
but
Okay.
yeah, okay. So yeah, 13 damage to this down dude's. I don't know. I guess the head.
Okay. All right, so we have Val'faelen starts to take off toward you, Misku, having heard your voice. Let's see here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and forego his action, expend a superiority die. and use Commander's Strike. I will command Misku to take a swipe or take another attack against the demon, and you will add 5 damage to the damage roll.
Hold on a second. If I'm taking a commander strike, then I've got to. There we go in chat. Perfect.
Huh, lol. A 12? It's actually a miss.
Ooh. Can I
As his
use my-
second attack, he's going to go ahead and... Oh, what's up?
Could I use inspiration on this to reroll that attack?
Yes, you can.
Doing it. No, not that. Damn it. There. Ha!
Hit.
Ah, ha ha.
I was inspired. Ugh.
Damn.
This hammer does not feel very comfortable with 2 hands.
So that's 1 plus 3 plus 2 plus 5. 11
8.
damage.
Wait, no, I get the plus 5 for
He still has
superiority.
the rage. So plus 3, plus 2, plus 2 from rage, and then the superiority dice.
Yeah, you have to go
13
in
damage.
Yeah.
and add all that little extra bits in that 2-hand section.
All right. The you slam into this demon, and he appears to be roughed up. Tess, you're up.
Right, so this dude's still on the ground, right? He's all roughed up.
Yes.
And you said that they are a humanoid.
It's a barbed demon, barbed devil.
Earlier you described it as a humanoid. Is that true?
He appeared to be a humanoid, but he is not a humanoid.
A very important clarification here.
Yep, he just appeared to be a small humanoid, but he is not actually a humanoid.
All right, so we're gonna go with Toll the Dead.
Okay.
This is going to be rolling 2d12 because they are damaged, and this is a 5th level cantrip.
All right, so a bell tolls. Wisdom saving throw.
Well, yeah. Hang on.
He rolls an 18, passing.
Oh, damn.
Sorry, Tess. Not this time. The barbed devil takes his turn to scramble to his feet.
Question. I
What's
still
that?
haven't had a chance to attack him, but I moved before him the last turn, and now he's ahead of me. Was that just a misstep earlier, or?
We re-rolled. Actually, what is your initiative value?
12. Oh,
Well,
Yeah. What
the
is your?
plus
What is your?
itself?
Yeah.
It's a +2.
+2. Yep, he's actually 1 before you.
Okay, so he would have moved in here and dropped before I had moved to where I was at last turn.
That's right. Yes.
Okay.
Wait. Oh shit. Okay.
I think you moved the wrong
No,
one.
yeah, I did move the wrong one. My bad. So he is actually still on the ground. Okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Thanks for pointing that out. I forgot there were 2 of them.
Okay, I'm just making sure I'm in the right spot here.
All right, Rek, you're up next.
All right, well, then I'm going to move in, and if he's still prone, it's going to. I get advantage on my attack, right?
You do get advantage on your attack for him being prone, yes.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna start two-handed warhammer slamming this guy. So first one, 27.
Hit.
10 damage.
7. Yep, 10 damage.
And then second hit for 23. And 17 damage.
Why is that so much easier for you than it is for Misku? I don't understand.
I made a separate attack for two-handed versus one-handed, so I didn't have to do that.
Oh, neat. Okay. Just checking his bar real quick. So he is wounded.
Okay. And that'll be the end of my turn. And just savagely wham, wham.
All right. Misku, you have incoming attacks from 2 duergar.
Great.
These are piercing attacks.
Okay, so those are
Misses.
Mrs. E.
So each one of the duergar stab at you. You easily dodge them. Cyrene, you're up.
All right, so Cyrene is going to acid splash this man in front of her. Well,
Yeah,
I shouldn't say
death.
man. Is he dead?
One moment. We have a dexterity save. Okay. He takes the 6 damage. You splash acid all over his skin, and his skin looks like it begins to erode, but he is still standing.
Well, I mean, he's prone, but
I mean, yes, he's still up.
Not standing for long.
Did you have any other actions?
Nope, that was on my turn.
The devil uses his turn to stand back or clamber to his feet. Misku, your turn.
Okay. So this has been sitting on my action bar for a while. I really want to use this. Let me. So my first action on this turn will be. I want to cast Hellish Rebuke on our Barb Demon.
Kind of
wasn't that
damage.
the one you have to cast as a reaction if you take?
Wait, no, you're
damage?
right. Sorry. My bad. I was gonna hit him twice.
Okay.
Yeah. I believe that's gonna be a miss.
That is a miss.
Okay, I'll take my second attack.
Hit.
Okay.
All right, so you've got a 10, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 damage.
How's he looking?
He's wounded.
All right, and since I did activate Frenzy last turn, I will take a third swing.
Okay.
Yeah, that's gonna be a miss.
That is a miss.
All right, so I can move after attack, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you can take one full movement.
Is this
So that would be up to your movement speed.
is this Val I see over here?
Yes.
Okay.
Just keep in mind that if you take your full movement, anything more than a 5-foot step outside of the attack area of an enemy, it does provoke an attack of opportunity. So that does not count if you're taking a 5-foot step.
Okay, so if I take a 5-foot step, so anything over 5 feet will be
Will provoke an attack of opportunity from anything that any creature whom you are leaving their essentially their sphere of attack.
Gotcha. So if I say move here, it won't provoke an attack. 'Cause it's less than it's.
If you just take a 5-foot step, which means a step into any
Adjacent square.
Then it will not provoke an attack of opportunity.
Okay, then I'm gonna move 1 space to the side and end my turn.
Okay. All right, Ianfyr.
All right. Well, I guess we're gonna get stabby. And this is gonna be a +2 to the attack from flanking, right? Since he's basically I'm directly across from Tess.
Yes, you would get advantage for flanking.
All right. So 26.
Go ahead and roll it again.
Oh, is it an advantage? I thought it was +2.
It's advantage.
Oh, okay.
Okay, 24. That is a hit.
Okay, for 7 piercing.
7. Just peeking at his bar. So he is wounded.
Okay.
All right, Val'faelen runs up behind you, Misku, and engages with the duergar here. He's going to take 2 swings with his longsword. Both of which are hits. Already carves into the duergar before him, and as he cleaves into him a second time, he says, "Drop your weapons, and you will not have to hurt any longer." Tess, you're up.
Tess is gonna kind of lean around the corner and take a look down this hallway. Does she see anyone? Any silhouettes?
Doesn't seem to be any silhouettes currently.
Okay. Be good so far. He just like try to kick the dude in the head. See if we can knock him out.
Sure. You don't have to use your hands and feet though. You can use your weapon for that.
Okay, she'll use her quarterstaff.
Okay, make the roll.
It's a 1d6 thing.
We have to roll your attack. Go to. Yes, that's right. Let's go ahead and roll your attack.
Is it advantage or no?
Oh yes, it is advantage. So go ahead and roll with advantage because you are flanking. That is an 11. That is actually a miss this time. Yeah, nothing I can really do about that. So you take a swing with your quarterstaff, but he sort of ducks underneath it. One thing I'm checking real quick. One moment. Okay. Misku, go ahead and roll a perception. Actually, no, you don't need to roll a perception check. Misku, you see someone approaching from the hallway over here. Tess, leaning back into the hallway, you notice several creatures pass by from the very end of the hallway. Rek, you're up.
All right. This guy's still alive, right? Has he gotten
Yes,
up
he
yet?
is still alive.
Is he still prone or is he standing now?
He is not prone. He is standing.
Okay. I'll still swing at him two-handed. Oh. You mean roll that one again or just take the first number?
We're taking the first number,
Okay, so 19.
which is a hit.
All right. That will be 9 damage.
Okay, he
Second
is wounded.
swing on 20
Hit.
and 18 damage.
He is seriously wounded. So you slam into him a few more times with your warhammer. Blood starts to ooze from his wounds, and he is definitely feeling that pain.
Rex getting a little crazy. He's just gonna ready for his next attack against him. So,
All
and my
right.
turn.
One of the duergar. Oh wow, I forgot to add his turn. Let me actually go ahead and roll that real quick. Okay. One of the duergar is going to take a swing against Val and one against Misku. First attack against Val is a miss, and the second attack against Misku just barely hits for 7 damage, piercing.
Well, sorry, one sec. And I'll take. Is this? I'm taking half on bludgeoning, piercing, and slash for rage. So should
It'll
I
be
take
3.
3? Okay, so I'm at 30 now. I should have healed when Val said so.
Cyrene, you're up.
All right, so Cyrene is real tired of this guy in front of her, so she's going to do some magic missiles. There are 3, so boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. I want you to come my way.
All right, your missiles slam into the into the barbed devil. He is seriously wounded. Let's see. All right, he is going to make an attack against Cyrene with 2 claws.
Whew.
This is the second attack, and a tail against Ianfyr. All right, we've got a 21 and a 20 incoming at Cyrene. That is 7 damage plus 4 damage. What?
My poor little body.
Cyrene is seriously wounded. Ianfyr. The tail misses. Misku, you're up.
All right. I will reposition before I attack. How are our 3 friends looking right now? I know he's looking wounded.
Wounded. At death's door. Just fine.
Okay. I'm going to take my first swing at our at death's door friend.
Okay. That is a hit. All right. We have what? 7, 14. He drops. So you crack open his skull and he falls to the floor in a crumpled heap.
All right. Now moving on to the barbed friend.
Hit.
All right.
That'll be 10 damage. So with a loud splat, you connect with the torso of the creature, who reels back in pain with a hiss. But he remains standing.
Let's try and fix that. My final attack for the turn. 26.
That is a hit.
My damage rolls this time around.
Yeah, what's up with that?
These dice are
This-
busted.
8 damage. So with another crack, you slam him across the face with the warhammer. He is seriously wounded and blood drips from his jaw.
Misku hisses back at him. That's my turn.
He doesn't look pleased with that. In fact, he makes 3 attacks at you.
All right.
Looks like 2 of them are hits.
The first and the third do.
9 damage plus 14 damage.
Oof.
Well, didn't he also say because of rage he has resistance?
Yes, so that would be half of each one of those rounded down.
Should be 11.
So let's see, we've got 4. 4 plus, yeah, 11 damage.
Not looking too hot. 91 hit points, or 91. No, 19 hit points. Dyslexia.
Will the party be able to overcome the constant onslaught of the enemy that is entering the room, seemingly from all directions? We'll find out next time. Be sure to join us from 5 to 7 p.m. next Sunday on this very Twitch channel. And also be sure to join us for Deep Space Transmissions, Elite Dangerous on Saturday from 6 to 9 p.m. Central Time on this channel. Check the schedule and the information down below for any other, for more information on that. Otherwise, we will go ahead and be signing off for the day. And until next time, I'm VGpunx, And friends, and we are signing off. Keep a song in your heart.